Ladies and gents and the rest, today I'm going to remake a first zone heroic Elven Forest because the first time I uploaded the bosses, they were my minis were too high level, and some people complained saying that, oh, your minis are too high level, like why are you showing this as a guide? Because anybody can do it with higher level minis. It was true. The reason why I did that is because when I started making guides, my minis were already high level, so there is nothing I could have done. Now I'm using my second free-to-play account where I can actually do everything correctly, and everything is going to be red and orange. So there will be no excuses. No talents, red and orange, no heroes, 6 minis. That's it. So let's take a look at the first boss and see what he does and how to kill it. Alright guys, Goldtooth, this guy. There's two things you need to know. Number one, this is a pretty normal fight, except the enemy's kobolds that mine gold gain plus 10 levels every time they mine 1 gold. It sounds funny because it's a kobold, right? But if they mine too much gold, they're just gonna one-shot your core. That's how powerful they're going to be. So obviously, the way you do it, you play this encounter, you prevent enemies kobolds from taking the gold, whatever it costs you. Even if you sacrifice too much for it, I mean, as long as you don't die completely. No gold for the kobolds, right? That's pretty much what you have to be aware of. And the second thing, I'm going to show you how to kill this boss without actually going to this boss, in case somebody needs that. Obviously, I assume this video is for beginners, right? And, experienced players don't watch that. They already know that. I'm going to show you how to use 2 minis to pretty much be able to kill any boss and what the mechanic is. We go play. If we deploy this Whelpex here, for example, like that. Obviously, by the way, this is the enemy's kobold. You need to kill him, or you need to deploy your Iron Dwarf to steal the gold. You will see it in the video. But what I want to show you that you will not see in the video is this. So we deploy this Whelpex right here, so that the Whelpex are not super close to the boss. So the way the boss attacks, watch, throws a dynamite like this. Assuming that the Griffon Raider is not here. It throws dynamite. So when it blows up, the Whelpex show up and they start attacking the boss. But when this dynamite blows up, it kills the Whelpex, and after it kills something, it starts attacking the closest target. So if you go like this, watch. See? Now I deployed Quillbore here, and the boss is now attacking the Quillbore. Because when the boss kills something, which is eggs and whelp drakes are different minis. When the boss kills the eggs, it starts looking for a new target, the closest target to the boss. That's how it always works. That's why the whelp eggs come out from the eggs, and nobody's attacking them. The boss is attacking Quillbore because you deploy it on time, and that way boss does not touch you. That does not attack your whelp eggs. See? Now Quillbore is being attacked, and my Whelpex, obviously the too high level, they managed to attack the boss. That's how you can kill the boss without even going to that. But let's take a look at the kill. You don't need to do that if you don't have this minis or something. I'm just going to show you how it's done normally. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, let's go. So what we do, like I said, whatever it costs us, we prevent the enemy's kobolds from taking the gold. That's all. I'm throwing my harpies up, my Whelpex. I don't know why I did that, because they're not going to be attacked anyway. Okay, so boom. Again. So it worked, and the enemy's kobolds didn't get anything. And you have to protect your core, obviously. Harpies are one of the strongest units in the game, and they're cheap, they're fast, they're very strong, they hit hard. So harpies are must-have in this encounter. So see, then top kobold is going to take, I guess, at least 1 gold. Yeah, he'll take more, because my harpies were too busy attacking something else. But nothing you can do. I'm deploying the coil board behind the tower, so we could take the tower. You see, the way the boss attacks is very easy. It's very easy to avoid. He throws a dynamite and it detonates after like few seconds. So, you know, his attacks are very slow. Very slow. See, by the way, I'm actually letting the enemy's kobold take the gold sometimes. And I will still win this, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. But try not to do it. Here, level 40. If he ever attacks your core, like, you will see how painful it is. Okay. 2. The boss is pretty much surrounded. As you can see, I use this mechanic that I showed you once, a little bit. And you should use this mechanic on every boss where it makes sense. 2. Again, taking gold. It's all about taking gold for us and not letting enemy take the gold. That's all. Pretty easy peasy encounter outside of that. Deploy the well packs so they turn into drakes and kill the boss, and nothing. That's not gonna happen. My chickens, my butchers, they are just the best in the world. Mother Fang is a boss number 2. So the heroic mechanic of this boss, if you mine gold, the spider is gonna come out from this node where you mine the gold from. Thing is that when this spider attacks something, it applies a vulnerable buff, a vulnerable debuff that makes this target take extra damage. So ideally, you would have to attack the boss when I don't know if I don't have any miners here, but ideally you would want to attack the boss when the spiders are attacking the boss. But again, if nobody does that this way, I completely ignored the heroic mechanic, which is spawning these little spiders. All you have to do is just kill the boss. The only problem is that the boss starts attacking you when you're here. Like, it's very hard to get closer to the boss. This is the hardest encounter of Elwyn Forest. So if you can't do it and it's a second boss and you're stressing out, oh my god, it's just a second boss. Like, if I can't even do second boss, what happens at the end? No, everything else is a joke. This is the hardest fight. Honestly, there is nothing there is no cheating ways to do it. There is no cheesing ways to do it. I killed this boss on my last second during the overtime, so it's hard, especially if you don't have enough levels, if you don't have talents. It's not easy. Just take a look at my kill, see how I did it, and perhaps you have a better strategy, but let's take a look. All right, let's go. The difficulty of this was orange. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to take as much gold as I can. So I get extra spiders to tank in the bottom. But this is going to be a long fight. It's a hard fight. Unfortunately, you have to just get to the boss, attack the boss, die. Get to the boss, attack the boss, die. You will do a couple of attacks and you will die every single time. It used to be easy, and now they nerfed, like they actually buffed the boss, and it's really hard. I'm surprised that when the beginners start playing, that's what they gotta do. It's very hard. As you can see, the boss starts attacking you from, like, even if you are on top. See how I do it? I just get to the boss, do a couple of attacks, and I die. And I repeat that all the time. If you don't have any talents, if you don't want to use any heroes, it's hard. And your minis are level 9 versus 11, as you can see, some of them. It's not easy, but it's doable. And remember, if you're beginners, remember one rule: the way you kill bosses in this game, you kill the boss fairly. You can't kill fairly. You cheese. You can't cheese your overtime. I mean, you can cheese right away if you know how to cheese. if the boss is cheesable, which is not always, right? But if you can cheese, you overtime. A lot of times you cannot do anything to the boss until overtime starts. That's your extra superpower. So trust me, I've done everything in this game that there is to do. Overtime is like steroids for you. Obviously, as you can see, I'm just defending, attacking, defending, attacking. There is no, there's nothing special that I can say. It's all about your micro. And micro in this game is deploying things on time in a certain place, right? The chickens here are the best DPS if they're not attacked, they're actually really good, and they can kill pretty much everything. Very extremely high DPS, but like you just saw, they have to be ignored to be useful. As you can see, 40 seconds left, and the boss is like above half percent HP. Two. I'm trying to aggro the boss using my Quillbore, and look how much DPS chickens did to this boss. Really, really good. But the problem is that you have to escort chickens to the boss. That's the hardest thing. Attacking the boss is not hard. So we are overtiming. Unfortunately, the boss is attacking my Slave Pilot, not the Quillbore. But this is how you kill the boss. Almost dead, almost done. I don't even remember how I killed it. Let's take a look. The boss has Huntress with stealth talent, which is just ridiculously strong. Up. Up. Yeah. Like in like in the action film. Like barely, right? Okay. So that was the Mother Fang second boss. Alright, the Dockmaster. There is a trick how to kill this boss easily. So I used to use flying minis because look, if I click play, you see this? These two ogres, they throw barrels that kill pretty much everything that's on the ground. And a heroic mechanic, you have two of them instead of one. But when they run out of barrels, they switch places. Watch. See this? So they switch places and they start all over again. So what you do when they switch places, when they are actually, like, what am I doing? Okay. When they're in this place, when they are like that, three of them are close to each other, you go like this. Obviously, my execute is a very high level, and that's why it kills them right away. But my execute in the video will be much lower, so it will take like 3 times. You have to execute 3 times to kill these ogres. Thing is that when you kill these ogres, watch. This encounter becomes a joke. It's just a naked boss against you. So again, you wait until they run out of barrels, start switching places. When they're all 3 of them are in one spot, you cast execute. You do it 2 or 3 times depending on the level of your execute, and the heroic mechanic dies. And then it's just a joke of a boss, right? That's the idea. For that, for this encounter, you will need execute, obviously, and you will need Banshee, because this encounter has molten giants, as you can see. They are really fat, and they're hard to kill, and you have to defend your core. So have a Banshee, have execute, and you will do this encounter. Like you're gonna shit on this guy easily. Okay, let's go. By the way, Gargoyle is amazing for this boss because it can take a lot of damage. Okay, as you can see, I'm using the cheapest, best DPS in the world, which is the chickens, the butchers. Okay, Molten Giant is coming. Prepare your Banshee, exactly like that. And now watch what happens when they start switching places. Boom. As you can see, my execute is low level. I guess yours is going to be low as well. See, these barrels don't one-shot a Molten Giant, but they hit hard. Really hard. So, again, at this point, you just defend your core. And that's pretty much it. Gargoyle completely ignores barrels. Any flying minis, you can use it here. That's what I used to do. Execute again. Boom. I used to have like a deck of flying minis on just for this encounter. The boss is extremely weak. It only attacks one target at a time. No AoE, nothing like that. Easy peasy. Again, we steal a Molten Giant. And the Molten Giant is going to tank a lot, is going to kill a lot of things, and it's just a great thing to have. So Banshee is a key unit. I said that a million times, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Okay, third time, third execute. Up. That's it. I mean, first of all, the boss is almost dead anyway. But even if it wasn't, now you have 2 minutes of the encounter plus 1 minute of overtime. So the boss is doomed, as you can tell. One more thing, I usually leave things like fire hammers and pyromancers for the core, because core can kill these things easily. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You see Gargoyle? Gargoyle is unkillable in this encounter, because the boss, you see, Gargoyle shits on this boss. Plus it's like 11, level 11, but like I said, this is a joke. By the way, this way of killing it was told by some guy in the commentaries back in the day when I had this out level guide. Somebody said that you can do it this way. Before that, I would use, like I said, I would have a deck of flying minis, and I would use those to kill the boss. Morgan the Collector. Again, there's a easy way to kill this boss. What you do is, you see these two guards, these invisible guards, Defias henchmen. So if you aggro them, they stand in here, but if you pass by or if you aggro them, like let's take a look if I have anything to... See this? Like this. They start walking towards your core, and they're going to kill everything on their way, and they're going to start attacking your core. They are extremely powerful. They are way stronger than any mini that you have in your deck. Obviously, if it's the same level. You have 2 of them. So the way you do it, you can completely ignore them and just come to the boss and kill the boss. But when you start killing the boss, you're gonna aggro this guy anyway. So you have to either kill the boss in one attempt, or you can aggro them like this. And when they come, see how fast they are. They are very fast. They hit hard. They have a lot of HP. They're gonna kill your core very quickly. You already see what I'm gonna do, right? Oh, bam! We take this, and then this guy is gonna go to the boss and kill the boss. If you can't do it with the first guy, you do it the second time. You aggro this guy. You can deploy some unbound mini like that. You know what I'm saying? After this mini dies, this whatever the henchman is gonna come to you again. You take it with Banshee, and you just hide behind that. It's gonna take this tower. It's gonna kill everybody, and it will help you kill the boss. Even if both of them die and you still haven't killed the boss, at least now you have a naked boss against you. Easy peasy fight, as long as you know this, right? So the Banshee is a key unit here. Everything else is arguable, it's debatable, but the Banshee is must have, as you can see. Let's take a look at the fight, and you will see how to do it. Okay. So actually, I'm using the render, like the first minis that I saw, I took them. So maybe there are better setups, but again, the only thing you need to have is Banshee. Look how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, like that. I'm gonna aggro this guy, and he'll come to me. We're going to blizzard the rest. And we're going to take this guy with our Banshita. It's a single target guy, so I don't have to worry about anything. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Unfortunately, we have chickens, and you know, oh, okay, so we're good, we're good. See how strong it is? By the way, when you steal somebody with a Banshee, the level of the Banshee will apply to what you're stealing. So this guy was level 11, but my Banshee was level 10, so this guy is going to be level 10. Okay, so it dies right away. It has no use for us, right? But we have a second guy here. So what we're going to do, we're going to do the exact same thing with the second guy. And I believe then we're going to kill the boss. There are smarter ways to do it. I'm just explaining you the idea again. Okay, and we aggro this guy. It's coming to us. It's actually not a good thing to do because we have a lot of chickens here. And now it's going to be hard for Banshee to take this guy. I hope it's going to work. Yes, it's going to work. See? Almost all damage that we get with our core god was done by this actual unit. Plague Farmer, by the way, is a great defense tool. His range is very long, and he does AoE attacks. He elemental poison. Beautiful. And now I believe we're going to kill the boss. But you understand the idea. You will 100% do it better because this is my first attempt. I just wanted to kill it with whatever I had. If I manage to kill it with this garbage minis that don't synergize with each other, you'll be able to kill it too. Hogger, as you can see, it actually says that every 45 seconds he sends a very powerful squad at you. These two raiders and a huntress. The problem with that is that these guys are gonna destroy your core very quickly, and you have to do something about it. I'm going to show you how I counter that. There is no extra mechanics. So the difference between normal and heroic is that this squad is much stronger. I believe these raiders are 2 gnolls, and this guy and the huntress is Darkspear Troll. And heroic is much stronger, so that's the heroic mechanic. So let's take a look at how I killed this boss. You have to actually see how to counter that. Yeah, that's all. All right, Hogger. Let's see what I do. The Banshee is a must-have unit here again. I will show you how to do it. Let's pause the game when they start attacking. Here is the way that I came up with. So when they start attacking your core, you take this huntress, which means you eliminate one of these units right away. And then you blizzard it, you slow these two, and the huntress attacks these two. So this is like one of the best ways to kill this squad right away. Because huntress, like if you try to go face to face, you deploy your army against this army, huntress is going to kill everybody usually because her attacks are AoE. He does this chain chakram. She does this chain chakram stuff. So let's take a look. So I steal a huntress with my Banshee. I blizzard it and I chicken it. Okay. Now you have 45 seconds to kill the boss because if after 45 seconds these guys are going to come back and you will not survive the second attack, right? Chickens and the huntress are going to do the job because chickens are really good against these molten giants. Like I told you, chickens are, call them the butchers. So using Banshee to take whatever is left from molten giant. And yeah, that's how you kill the boss. Like I said, you have 45 seconds. There is no overtimes in this encounter. You have 45 seconds. You don't make it, you reset the match. Easy peasy. Okay? That is Elwyn Forest. Red and orange difficulties. No excuses, guys. I haven't even used Gargoyle and Dark Iron Dwarf. I believe I have them from some previous encounter that I had. I was too lazy to even change them, so that's how much of a joke it is. This is how to do it. Go ahead and do it. I will see you in Westfall.